Hello! Today I'm going to be doing the haunted house book tag. I created this book tag like a half hour ago because I wanted to. Halloween is my favorite holiday. October is my favorite month. So I really wanted to contribute something to it. I didn't see any sort of haunted house related book tag anywhere on the internet, so I hope that's the case because I came up with 7 questions related to things in a haunted house because that's Halloween-y, right? I mean, who's gonna go to a haunted house around April? Losers. I, for the record, hate haunted houses, so this is the most ironic thing I've ever done. Let's do it. I'm actually very excited. I really like these. So, number 1.
The jump scare.
A very classic thing to find in a haunted house. Good luck going to a haunted house and not having any jump scares. So for this, find a book with a plot twist that had you screaming. And don't lie and say it's never happened. It's happened. You've screamed because of a plot twist. So for me, this isn't just one book. Wow, what a surprise! Bridgets somehow incorporated Throne of Glass into the first question of her book tag. It wasn't intentional, but you shouldn't be surprised. Yep, I don't know a single book in this series that didn't have me gasping and throwing the book across the room, so great! If you have yet to read Throne of Glass, I say as I now begin the slow process of putting every book back, just do it! It's kind of become a bandwagon now, hasn't it? Jump on this bandwagon. It's a great one, I promise. It's my favorite one, in fact. Yeah, I still have to switch these. That'll be fun since I have no room on my bookshelf. Number 2.
The room of mirrors.
I haven't been to many haunted houses in my day. My dogs love this book tag. And the fact that I have no battery, so really no time to waste. Anyway, whenever I have gone to a haunted house, there has almost always been a room of mirrors, I'm pretty sure. Even in fun houses, there's a room of mirrors, and I hate them. I hate the mirrors room. They're so scary. If you haven't actually ever been in one, it's where you walk in and it's like a maze, but it's all just mirrors. Everywhere. It's impossible. It's terrifying. So for the room of mirrors, name a character that you saw yourself in. So for me, that is definitely Cress from Cress by Marissa Meyer. She's even pale and has blonde hair. I mean, wow. But she's very antisocial, probably because she grew up in a satellite, but that's besides the point. And awkward, and she doesn't really know how to talk to people, and she develops very strong crushes off of literally nothing. I mean, could we be any more alike? And the funny thing is that people are gonna hate me. I don't even like Cress that much. In all honesty, I think it's because I always wanted myself to be with Thorn, so when she started liking Thorn, I attacked, which makes no sense because I actually should really like her because she's a really great character. It's not rational by any means. I don't understand it. So number 3.
The pitch black.
Basically all haunted houses are just black. Almost always inside. And if they're not, they at least have like one hallway where it's just like the pitch black darkness and you can't see anything and then people usually grab you and then you get a jump scare. You know, it's just... But the dark can be very, very scary. So, for the pitch black darkness, name a book where the author kept you in the dark just about the whole time. But I mean, it's kind of fun, isn't it? And for this, I have one of my favorite books, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. The whole theme with this book is just mystery. So, the whole premise of the book is a mystery. You don't really know what the goal is, you don't even really know what the setting, like everything is just weird in the best way possible. There's a really interesting timeline that Erin writes in like different chapters in different ways and everything connects in the end, which is my favorite thing to read, is when everything's like just miscellaneous puzzle pieces and then all of a sudden they come together and it's just this puzzle masterpiece. So I am sure you've heard about this book. This is a very, very popular book. And I only read it a few months ago, back in February, I think, so I was very late to jump on this bandwagon. But I'm so happy I did. I'm driving this bandwagon now. I love this book so much. And then while I was trying to find a book that fit this question, this one just popped out. I have to add this. We Were Liars. I mean, I don't think there's any book that left you more in the dark than We Were Liars. I mean, come on. Number 4.
The cemetery.
Cemeteries around Halloween can become a very creepy thing very easily. They're always described as being very creepy and it's where a lot of horror movies and things take place. So naturally, they're in haunted houses quite a lot. So for The Cemetery, a book that had deaths that tore you up. Now, Try not to do anything too spoilery, like if there's a book with only 2 characters, maybe not include that one. But I mean, you go into a book, you're expecting some death. It's a book. Authors are crazy. So for this, I have The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. If you've read this, you probably, hopefully, know the death that I'm talking about. I don't know if there's more than one in this. I don't really not think so. Wait, actually, I think there is. I think there's actually a lot. There's one death that just shook me up the most. The last few questions I've done 2 books for everything. I don't play by the rules, okay? I have to add this. The Hunger Games. Really? I guess these guys, too. They deserve to be in the tag. Number 5.
Gore.
Is there anything really more Halloween-y than gore? So what's a book that just made you sick? Originally, I said squeamish, but looking at my bookshelf, I couldn't really think of anything that made me too squeamish other than when Selena cut off those guys' fingers in one of the Throne of Glass books. That was pretty nasty. So squeamish, nauseous, sick. Take your pick. And for me, that was 6 of Crows by Lee Bardugo. I was sick with worry. I'm not exaggerating by any means. I felt nauseous because I was so worried for these characters. If you haven't read the book or haven't heard about it, these group of friends have to pull off this extremely crazy and deadly heist that is just so incredibly heart-pounding. I was about to throw up. I love these characters like I love my own children. The thought of anything happening to them. Number 6.
Clowns.
Need I say any more? So who is your favorite funny side character? Yes. We have plenty of funny main characters, of course, but side characters need recognition. I don't speak English. I personally love side characters with my entire being. They've always been my favorite characters, and the best ones are just the really funny ones. They always have those jibes, and in a really dark book, they just bring that little ember of light where you laugh and you're like, oh, everyone's dying, but at least he's making a funny comeback. For me, without a doubt, that is Severo from Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Severo is one of my all-time favorite characters. I love him so much. It's not even that he makes jokes and stuff, it's just his personality, the things he does. If I just scan the paragraphs below and I see his name, suddenly just my world's lighted up. I can't wait to get to his name. I love Severo so much. Even if you're not a sci-fi person, Severo is the reason to read this book. And lastly, number 7.
The Maze.
You know it's a good haunted house if there is a maze in it. Mazes are terrifying, even corn mazes when you're pumpkin picking. I don't like mazes, as you can tell. So, name a book when you were lost. You know what I'm talking about. There's always those books where there's just so much going on, so many characters' names, so many plot structures, you're lost, you don't know what's going on. And for me, that is any sequel ever. Even for Empire of Storms, a new book from my favorite series. I had no idea what was going on at first. I didn't know anyone's names. I'm so happy there's a Throne of Glass wiki now. How cool is that? But I have to say, the one sequel that just stands out the most, all my books are falling. The one book that stands out the most is The Comper Gauntlet by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. I almost said a different name. I was so lost. It took me like 50 pages to at least comprehend what was going on. If I hadn't read this during Booktubeathon, I would have put it down after like 5 pages. Everything was a mystery. I had no idea what was going on. I forgot where we left off at the end of the last book. Thank God there's wikis for this too. I mean, wikis save lives, honestly. So, that is my haunted house book tag. Oh, did you see? I'm wearing a Nightmare Before Christmas shirt because Halloween. I forgot to point that out in the beginning. Anyway, that was my haunted house book tag. I hope it actually makes any sort of sense and it's not just really stupid. Please tell me if you liked it and feel free to do it. That would make me so happy to hear your answers too because I actually kind of like these questions. I tag absolutely everyone to do this. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. The camera's so far away. Bye!